mark, and it's UK time, which means that you guys in San Francisco are on 9 o'clock in the morning. Good welcome, good morning, ladies and gentle spoons, as one Tim Ferriss may once have said. If you're East Coast, so Boston, New York City, anywhere like that, welcome to lunch. I hope you got your brown bag and all of your delights waiting. I'm just going to dial up SimilarWeb for the basis for today's chat. Now, we haven't got together, you and me, for a while, and I'm very excited that we are. It's about time, isn't it? Frankly, you've missed me almost as little as I've missed you. So I'm going to share my screen. Am I going to share my screen? That's a very good question. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Let's get this going on. So, not going to give you that for obvious reasons, but I certainly will give you that. Right, yeah, so it's been a while. I will be called upon fairly imminently, so unfortunately you haven't got me for that long, but I will be your commie chef in content design until I'm called up to be a more formal commie chef in the kitchen to make a delicious dish, which tonight I'm reliably informed involves chorizo. Right, so what you'll notice I've done yesterday, I collided with some logic. Okay, so I've been working now for the longest time on something that in a very arcane way is labeled content design. What is content design? It's about knowing your users to the point where you can give them exactly what they need. And not only that, but what you give them is in the easiest way to inhale you can possibly imagine. So no confusion. We've already taken down, not in an anonymous kind of way, taken down in a positive contribution sense, the USPS, the United States Postal Service. We're going to do another one today, a smackdown. I'm going to choose business and consumer services again. I'm going to go... this is exciting. I'm going to go to Australia today. This is a great resource, by the way. SimilarWeb.com/top- website. So if you want to see all the amazing stuff that's got all the businesses that are going ballistic out there. How am I looking, by the way? Am I all right? Still on screen? Oh yeah, they're big enough, more than big enough. And by the way, if you're watching me live, I would be delighted to take some requests from you, as long as it's not please stop going live. I'll tell you when I'm good and ready to go. I'll have you know you. Right, so the first one we're going to do then is this one, and I'm going to click that there, which will open it up, right? Realestate.com.au. Content design, let us not forget, is about remembering why your user has arrived on your website. It's got nothing to do, but it's chill fine, by the way, the music that you might be coming through your ears right now. It's got nothing to do with what you want to say, and everything with what your customer wants to hear, what they need to do in the quickest, friendliest, smartest, smiliest, speediest, simplest way possible. So realestate.com.au, by the way, I've not seen this website literally ever before, so what we're doing is like a real rundown of all the things that we want to be looking at. First of all, right, there's a real yin and yang thing going on here. So you've got this awful advert here that to my eyes has relatively little to do with the purpose of the website. It's just blatantly an advert, and I would be 99% sure that that's just taking me to another website on Australia's #1 business services site. Chaos. Right, download our app. No reason why, no motivation to do so. Very confusing. Right, so the reason why I've got a little bit of an inclination towards it professionally these days. The reason why I love gov.uk is that it presents information in a simple fashion. If you're a business services website, you should be following suit. Right now, a lot of people have a problem with simplicity and style. They think that being simple means that you can't apply fun and goodness, joy to a website. That's bollocks. You can do that through words, through a carefully placed image, a video where it's needed. And let's not forget, nobody's come to your website expecting mirth. You're not innocent drinks. Unless, by the way, hi, innocent drinks. It's good to have you among us, and you have an exception there. I'm delighted that you're here, and also I'm delighted that you are literally here, because the world would be a worse place without you. Right, so this is good. So, straightforward, interfaces matter. Service design matters. What we saw on the US Postal Service website was they got a section in the main navigation called Quick Tools. The frick is that? Unless you've been there a million times before, how will you know what's in there? Why stuff things? Why stuff in your navigation expecting people to understand you and your patterns? Confounds me. So you can buy, you can rent, you can sold. Up until that point, these were all kind of action words. Property value, that's nonsense, man. Property value, yeah, I get that. I use Zoopla, but I'm not Australian. Find agents, well, that's an interesting one. Do you know what I want to do? And I like that, that's fair enough. So every time you click the tabs, it presents you with a different UI, that's fine. What I'd love to know is, how many times do people actually use these buttons? They probably sometimes just think, okay, I'll type everything in here relating to sold without clicking it, because it almost looks a little bit like here's some you can do. This is almost a bit like live user testing. I'm telling you what I'm seeing, and I'm sure you're seeing it too. So all property types, this is nice. So these are the filters for the buy, which is the active tab. Beds max. I don't want max in my bed. For what it's worth, not after last time. Price min and price max again, it gets everywhere, that boy. And then surrounding suburbs, yeah. So they've taken a leaf out of Skyscanner does this, nearest airports or nearby airports. So if you choose Liverpool, Doncaster, Sheffield will come up, Manchester will come up. If you're having a bad day, Edinburgh will come up. So you can, so this is all right. Search by state, suburb, or postcode. Yeah, that it all does what it says on the tin. And really make that bigger and more involved. Try not to squeeze everything in, and actually get rid of most of this stuff. I'll be honest with you, dump property news. Nobody cares. This is self-serving. Nobody's interested in that stuff. If you want to put together some tips and tactics, duplicated stuff there, make it all about this stuff, because baby, it's cold outside. I don't want you to freeze to death. Focus on what you do best. All people want realestate.com.au for is to buy a house, or to sell a house, or to rent a house or a flat. Focus on these three things. That's the whole of your homepage, the whole of your website. Everything about this should be about providing as much utility as you possibly can to your prospective customer, buyer, seller, renter, tenant, to get the most out of your website. And I guarantee you will see your traffic soar. So easy. I wish they'd get rid of these ads. Honestly, somebody tell you about brand value, credibility. Stop selling hotels on a real estate website. Hotel rooms. What else? Lifestyle, not interested. What? What is that? This is driving me mad, man. Just realised that you're not seeing any of this, are you? Not share the tab. Do you know what I'll do? That's an absolute disaster. Absolute disaster for you. I've had some fun. Not so much for you. Let me just quickly go through what I was talking about before when I was having a little bit of a rant. Okay, so realestate.com.au, the interface at the top is where all the magic is happening. You can buy, you can rent, you can sold. That's the sold bit that I was getting baffled about. Property values. So we do a lot of things in content design called taxonomy development, information architecture. Property value and find agents doesn't really fit here. These are incongruous. By having sold instead of sell, that's incongruous. All that stuff is nonsense. All this stuff needs to be blown up much bigger. All of this, if you think of Google, all Google really does these days is show me I'm lucky, punk. They've got that Clint Eastwood thing. You've got the box, right? Nobody uses Google homepage anyway anymore because most people use Chrome, and all you need to do is type your search into the address bar. So that's kind of surplus requirements. But really, all people are doing when they come to your website is this. They don't want to know about your renewable energy. They don't want to know about your TUI holidays. It's just Google ads. Crazy. On Australia's #1 business services website. Doesn't make any sense. Why should I join? I don't know. Why should I download your app? I don't know. It's very much, what's that? That's what I was talking about before. What a share, right? Fabulous singer, no place on realestate.com.au. Share accommodation. Search for flatmates. How would you know? Got to sort that sold out. There's so much to be done here. But you know what? Solid foundations. And that really, ladies and gentlemen, is all that matters. Content is king. Glad you're here. So much to talk about. We'll be doing this every day. Get used to it. I'm not going anywhere. And if you've got any websites you want to be covered on this fantastic show, title untitled right now. I'm trying to figure out where we go with this. But yeah. Thanks for joining. Realestate.com.au. Thank you for providing me with some fabulous source code for this episode. And yeah, Dave@wordofmouth.com. If you want me to come over and do you a true content design masterclass to either overhaul your website or give you some coaching or show you how to write great content, that's what we're here to do. Happy Monday. Happy tomorrow, March.